Hey guys, coming back at you with another video. I'm going to open 5 hangers again tonight, so wish me luck. Here we go. Alright. Hanger 1. Alright. Still looking for a golden mirror. Still haven't pulled a golden mirror. Still looking for some good Diamantes. Looking for the Ohtani, Judge, and the Merrill Diamante still. All right, let's get going here. J.P. Crawford, Kobe Mayo, Ronald Acuna, DJ Hers, Pete Crow Armstrong, Angel Martinez, Freddie Freeman, Pedro Leon, Tommy Edman, Rhett Lauder. All right, to the spot. Gotta flip it over. All right, we got a James Wood, 1990. I think that's my first one. All right, Lindor, Betts, Arenado, Ramirez. All right, looks like we got a first pitch, Chipper Jones, and I don't have that one. First Diamante for the Cardinals, Ryan Helsley. That's what the chipper looks like. All right. Second Diamante for the Astros. All right, Pedro Leon. So I don't believe I have any of those. All right. We got a rainbow foil for the Red Sox. All right. And it's Tanner Hoke. All right. So nothing huge in the first hanger. All right. Got a little bit of base here. Yamamoto, Evan Carter. Some of the good ones. All right. Let's go on to hanger number 2. All right, hanger number 2. Nathaniel Lowe, Austin Riley, Yankees, Shohei Ohtani, Nolan Arenado, Ben Rice, rookie, Jake Cronenworth, DJ Hers, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Jake Rogers, River Ryan. All right, Casey Mize, Jung-Hoo Lee, Connor Wong. All right, let's flip it over here. All right, we got a Hank Aaron on the 1990. I don't know if I've pulled that one yet, but it's hard to remember. Corey Seager, Vladdy Jr., Correa, Luis Lubob. We got Training Grounds, and it is Juan Soto. So I don't think I have this one, so that's good. Trying to complete these little sets here and there, so that's cool. All right, first Diamante is Logan Webb, so nobody we're looking for, and Padres, so hopefully it's the Merrill, and it's not. All right, Sean Reynolds. I've come to be immune to these Diamantes because it seems like every single pack I open, they're pretty bad. All right, there was an Ellie, there's a Judge, Nacho Alvarez. All right. So nothing huge yet. Let's go with number 3. All right, number 3. All right. Looks like we got a thick card. That's cool. I see it right in the middle there. All right. So Tampa Bay Rays, Matt Olson, Gabriel Moreno. Hopefully it's a patch card. Still haven't pulled a patch card. I've pulled 4 jerseys, but no patch card. Or auto patch would be nice as well. So we'll see. Sean Reynolds, Manny Machado, Big Christmas. There's a Paul Skeens, Connor Norby. All right. Looks like one that I haven't pulled yet. That's the back. So it's one of those standard looking ones. All right, let's check it out. Sometimes those are patch autos though, so it could be good. All right, Stan Musial for the 1990, Corbin Carroll, Dylan Cruz, Christian Yelich, Gunnar Henderson, and we got a Paul Skeens for the greatest hits. All right, I see pink sticking out. We got our first Diamante is Brandon Lau. All right. And the second Diamante for the Reds, I know Ellie is a horizontal card, so I know that's not it, or a landscape. All right. Rhett Lauder, and I have about 3 of those, so that sucks. All right. We got Mets Rainbow Foil, and we got Jeff McNeil. All right. So I wonder if this pink is the... Well, actually, no, I don't think it is. All right. So let's check the pink. Giants. All right, let's see who it is. Oh, nice. Patrick Bailey. All right, not too bad. All right, let's check this. Looks like we got Cardinals. All right, let's see it. Let's do the reveal. And we got Mason Wynn, player worn memorabilia. And I just pulled a jersey of his from Update hanger boxes. Actually have it right over here somewhere. Here it is. All right. That's the one I pulled from Update. So now I have these, and they're both player worn. This is player worn. So, all right. Pretty cool. All right. I would prefer the game used, but I think everybody would. All right. Let's keep going here. All right. I have a damaged hanger to finish it off, so we'll see if the damaged hanger, rumors are true. I guess we'll see. All right, so it doesn't look thick. All right, let's check it out. All right. Ryan Mountcastle, Carlos Correa, Ernie Clement. There's a Ellie, Aaron Judge, Dylan Cruz. All right. Hopefully we could do a little better on the Diamantes this time. There's a Colton Cowser Cup. All right. Freddie Freeman. All right. Zach Neto, Seth Lugo, Shea Whitcomb, Eloy. All right. We're to the spot. Let's flip it over. All right. First card, Ronald Acuna, 1990. Kobe Mayo, Eminaga, Ellie De La Cruz, Aaron Judge. Looks like we got a greatest hits, Bryce Harper. I think I need that one, so that's pretty cool. All right. Twins for the first Diamante, and it is Bailey Ober. All right. Not who we're looking for, and another Red Sox. All right, and Danny Jansen. So definitely not who we're looking for. All right, we got a Reds rainbow foil and Nick Lodolo. So nothing huge in hanger number 4. So let's open the damaged hanger that I have. The first 3 hangers came from Walmart, and the last 2 hangers came from Best Buy. Still waiting on a big pull from both stores. This is how this hanger looks. It's all smashed in, so hopefully the cards are okay. I wasn't going to leave it behind, so we'll see. All right. Let's see what the cards look like. All right. Cards look okay. All right. I guess they're not damaged, so that's good. All right. Let's see what we got. Xavier Edwards, Jonah Heim. Looks like the same base as the last pack for the most part. Yep, it is. All right. Will Brennan. All right, let's keep it moving here. We're to the spot. All right, let's flip it all over here. We got a Lindor for the 1990. All right. Devers, James Wood, Corey Seager, Vladimir Guerrero. All right, we got a call to the hall, Albert Pujols. All right, hopefully we could finish strong with the Diamantes. Looks like a sideways. Baltimore. All right, let's see who it is. And it is the team card. I absolutely hate team cards. I don't know how about anybody else feels about them, but that's just my view on them. All right, let's go to the second one, Diamondbacks. All right, let's see who it is. Eugenio Suarez. So we didn't end off very good with that. All right, we got, looks like a rainbow foil to end it all off, and it's going to be Zach Wheeler. So nothing huge in hanger number 5. All right, let's do a little recap here. We got Lindor 1990, Ronald Acuna, Stan Musial, Hank Aaron, James Wood. All right, for the Diamantes, Eugenio Suarez, Orioles, Danny Jansen, Ober, Lauder, Lau, Sean Reynolds, Logan Webb, Pedro Leon, Ryan Helsley. So no huge Diamantes tonight. 1 first pitch, Chipper. All right. 1 training grounds, Juan Soto. 2 greatest hits, Bryce Harper, Paul Skeens. 1 call to the hall, Albert Pujols. Looks like 4 rainbow foils, Zach Wheeler, Nick Lodolo, Jeff McNeil, Tanner Hoke. So no good on the rainbow foils tonight. And the 2 best hits were Patrick Bailey, pink hollow foil, and probably the best hit was the Major League material Mason Wynn player worn jersey, and it looks not to be numbered. So overall, not very good, but I still have more hangers to open in the future, so we'll see. All right, guys, thanks for watching.